Today we're going to be discussing Judy Chicago on Women by Trey,
Ty,
Robert,
Ellie.
the three famous pieces. Judy Chicago most famous pieces were Woman's House, The Great Lady Series, and Dinner Party. The Woman's House was the first public event for women's empowerment. Only women were allowed to attend this event debut, which gained its fame net. Next is the Great Lady Series. This piece is unique. It involves waves and a exciting color scheme. It has waves and use a pink and yellow. This piece is very peaceful. The Dinner Party is an extremely iconic piece from the 70s for feminist art. In this piece, you notice a triangle made of dinner tables with delicious looking flowers presented as the main course, and a tall metal martini filled with wine to wash it down. This piece was highly recognized because it resembled a female's no-no square.
These are pictures of the three of her pieces. How does her art capture the voice of women? Judy's art captures the voice of women by creating pieces with and about other women and female artists. Take the Dinner Party, for example. This piece was created to honor the hard work of 39 other females who she felt deserved to be recognized for their contributions to the art world. This specifically captures each artist's voice because each plate has a specific plate designed in the likeness of their art. In addition to each of these plates, there are also many names written on the floor of this piece. These names are supposed to invoke more research into the background of these special women. All of these pieces give a special insight into the point of view of women because these are created exclusively by women in art. In addition to the Dinner Party, she also collaborates with many other women to create Woman House. Inside this house, remodeled by women, it has exhibits showing the female's point of view of the house. For example, in the kitchen, the lights and plates resemble an assembly line, showing how females feel underrepresented in the home life.
Judy Chicago's purpose of her art. Judy Chicago was known to be a woman artist and educator. She also was known to be a writer for a large amount of collaborative art pieces about her birth and creation images, which takes us through the role of women in history and culture. Judy Chicago's original belief for the Dinner Party was to be able to achieve her goal by showing women's history. To accomplish this, she would make sure to attain her focus to her artwork by introducing the richness of women heritage into the culture in the best way she knew how, and that was through her monumental art, her works of art. She found her motivation of purpose by joining the fight with the women's liberation movement in the 70s. In return, she began to attack the feminist theme head-on. Soon after that, her practice was able to spread beyond the gallery walls. She was able to do this by pursuing and redressing women's tradition underrepresentation in the visual arts. In all, she was able to focus her attention on the subject matter of women through her famous art pieces. These pieces of art were meant to honor the achievements that women were able to gain throughout history. She showed this by the frank use of vaginal histories. The first picture you see is when she joined the women's liberation, and the picture in the middle shows that she was an educator for women. And the last picture is one of her favorite art pieces.
Judy Chicago won.
The vaginal imagery from Judy. The three pictures you see on top is the three pictures she would show through her art, and the last picture just show Judy.
Judy Chicago wanted to substitute female heroes for male heroes. She is known as the founding mother of feminist art. In the start of her art career, all she wanted was to be taken seriously as a woman artist. Right out of graduate school, she went into Southern California art scene and tried to be just like a man. For a while, she said she smoked cigars to look tough, but she did not like them at all. Around 1970, she declared her independence and also affirmed her gender, calling herself Judy Chicago. She took that name because that's where she grew up. She did paintings on tough subjects like extinction of animals, Earth, the Holocaust, toxic masculinity, and more. Anger was fuel for her creativity. Her goal was to make art and not care about anything else. She wanted to prove some males wrong about their opinion that women should not make art. At the end, she definitely did.
These are the links to the information that we used. And that concludes our presentation on Judy Chicago.